Have you ever said something like, I had a chance, but I didn't do it? Or, it was possible, but it didn't happen? How can we express these ideas naturally in English? We can use could have. For example, I could have called you. She could have won the competition. We could have reached earlier. But what exactly does could have mean? When should we use it? And what are the common mistakes English learners make? Don't worry, today I am going to explain could have in a very simple way. So watch this video until the end. Hello everyone, welcome back to Binu's English Journey. I am Binu and I am very happy to see you again on this channel. We learn English step by step in a simple and practical way. Today's topic is could have, right? This is a very useful expression in spoken English. Native speakers use it very often when they talk about past possibilities, missed opportunities, and things that were possible but didn't happen. By the end of this lesson, you will understand how to use could have correctly and confidently. Okay, so let's start. Actually, first look at this sentence. I could have helped you. What does it mean? It means I had the ability to, opportunity to help you, but I didn't help you. The action was possible in the past, but it didn't happen. That is a basic idea of could have. Let me give you another example. I could have gone to the party. It means going to the party was possible. Maybe I had time, maybe I was invited, but finally I didn't go. I couldn't go. So we use could have to talk about a possibility or opportunity in the past that did not happen. Got it? So the structure is very simple. Subject plus could have plus past participle. Let me repeat that. Subject plus could have plus V3, third form of the verb. V3 means the past participle form of the verb or third form of the verb, right? For example, go, went, gone. Here, gone is third form of the verb, right? Eat, ate, eaten. See, saw, seen. Do, did, done. Take, took, taken. Here, gone, eaten, seen, done, taken, like that third form of the verbs we use with could have. So we say, I could have gone, not I could have went. That's wrong. We say, she could have eaten, not she could have ate. Remember, after could have, always use the past participle or third form of the verb, V3 form of the verb. Okay, so first of all, could have is to talk about a missed opportunity. Look at this example. I could have studied abroad. It means I had the opportunity to study abroad, but I didn't do it. Maybe I changed my decision. Maybe I had some personal problems. Whatever the reason, no matter what, the opportunity was there, but I didn't use it. Okay, another example. She could have become a doctor. Maybe she had the ability. Maybe she had the opportunity, but she didn't become a doctor. That is the idea. One more example. We could have bought that house. It was possible for us to buy the house, but we didn't buy it. So, when you talk about a missed opportunity in the past, you can use could have. Makes sense, right? We can use we can also use could have to talk about possibility in the past. For example, he could have missed the bus. Here, I'm not completely sure. Maybe he missed the bus. That is one possibility. Another example, she could have forgotten the meeting. Maybe she forgot the meeting. We don't know for sure, but it is possible. That's why we say. Another example, they could have taken a different route. Maybe they took another route. It is possibility. So, could have expressed a possible explanation for something in the past. That's the thing. And we often use could have when something bad was possible. But luckily, it didn't happen. For example, you could have fallen down. Maybe someone was walking carelessly. They didn't fall, but falling was possible. So we say, you could have fallen down. Another example, you could have hurt yourself. The person didn't get hurt, but there were a possibility. That's why we say. Another example, we could have had an accident. Luckily, the accident didn't happen, but it was possible. You can also say, you could have died. This is very strong sentence. It means the situation was extremely dangerous. So we often use could have to talk about a danger that was possible in the past. This is a very common use in spoken English. For criticism, we use could have. We use could have to criticize someone for not doing something. For example, you could have called me. What does it mean? Calling me was possible, but you didn't call me. Maybe I am little disappointed or upset. So I say, you could have called me. Another example, you could have helped her. Helping her was possible, but you didn't help her. Be careful with your tone. Be careful. Sometimes these sentences can sound angry or disappointed. For example, you could have called me. The tone shows anger. But if I say, you could have called me, it may simply show disappointment. Simply, it shows, right? So, tone is very important in spoken English. Don't forget it. Then, how we can make negative form uh, of this could have. Now, let's learn the negative form. The negative form is could not have, or the short form couldn't have. Look at this example. I couldn't have done it without you. This means it was impossible for me to do it without your help. That is the thing. Another example. She couldn't have known the answer. It was probably impossible for her to know the answer. One more example. He couldn't have reached home so quickly. Maybe the distance is very long, so you believe it was impossible for him to reach home so quickly. One more very common sentence is I couldn't have done it without your support. This is a beautiful sentence to thank someone, to say thanks. I couldn't have done it without your support. So, what is the difference between could and could have? We use could very often, right? Now, let's understand the difference between could and could have. Listen carefully. I could swim when I was 10. Here, could talks about past ability. I had the ability to swim. Now look at this sentence. I could have won the race. Here, could have talks about a past possibility. or opportunity that didn't happen. I had a chance to win, but I didn't win. Another example, I could speak English. This talks about ability, but I could have spoken to him. It was possible for me to speak to him, but I didn't do it. So remember, could means past ability or possibility. Could have, we use past possibility, missed opportunity, or something that was possible but didn't happen or did. So let's wind up the session. So before that, a quick revision I would like to give you. Let's quickly revise today's lesson. We use could have to talk about the past. The structure is subject plus could have plus V3 form of the verb. We use it for missed opportunities, past possibilities, possible dangers, and criticism. For example, I could have gone, she could have won, you could have called me, we could have had an accident, like that. Remember, after could have, always use the past participle, V3 form of the verb. So that's all for today's lesson, friends. I hope you understand how to use could have correctly. But don't just watch this video and forget the lesson. Use could have in your own sentences. Speak it, write it, practice it. That's how our English will improve. If you found this lesson useful, please like this video and share it with your friends. And if you are new to my channel, subscribe our channel Binu's English Journey. Here we learn English together step by step. So thank you so much for watching. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep moving forward on our English journey. See you in the next video. Bye bye.